really passionate about rugby, and that really stems from my family. My mum and dad have always been really supportive of us in sport. Dad particularly was passionate about rugby and cricket, and our whole family's always been involved in those two sports. For me to be able to watch him as a youngster and his influence on many different players, coaches, mentoring them, and for me to be able to be paid to do that is pretty special and a dream of mine, and really that really stemmed from him. And the coaching piece of it for me is a little bit of a different pathway. I've always been involved in and around teams from a young age, both playing, but then I realised I was too small by the time I got to university age, and decided to go down a different route. So that piece of the puzzle really came when I got an opportunity to help out with my local college, Nelson College there, and I became sort of their trainer there, and sort of got into that S&C side of the rugby game. I then went to university at the University of Canterbury and did a Bachelor of Sports Coaching. So still really interested in that on-field coaching space, but S&C wise, I sort of gave that a crack, and it wasn't really my thing, but I knew that I liked developing young men into good people first and good rugby players. Being able to then go down a route of being a rugby development officer and then getting a job with the Crusaders as their academy manager in Tasman was really a dream come true for me. So that's sort of how I've got to and where my opportunities have led me. Mate, it was a dream come true. I couldn't imagine in my wildest dreams that I'd ever be working for the Crusaders. Like, it's such a special organisation, and it's funny because I've had one-on-ones with players today, and they keep, anything you want to know about me or what's the Crusaders like. It's just got good people there that are genuine, hard-working, and that's really what I guess has grown me in the last couple of years, is being able to learn off those people, but then actually feel comfortable enough to challenge them as well. Didn't matter whether you were a year one academy player or the head coach, Razor, like everyone was welcoming, everyone was willing to be challenged and be held accountable, but at the same time it was a positive and healthy environment to grow as a professional, and I probably wouldn't be sitting here today if I hadn't been given those opportunities by both Tasman and the Crusaders organisations and the people involved. For me, it was being able to extend myself and grow myself and challenge myself outside of my comfort zone. I was born and bred in Nelson, which is part of the Crusaders region. You go to the supermarket, you bump into people you know, you go to the rugby grounds, you know people. So the opportunity to come to the Western Force, that was the main one career-wise. For my family, it was the opportunity to give them an experience in a different part of the world. And a great part of the world. I've only been here a week, but I love it already. The sun, the beaches, just the whole city itself. So, there's two folds for me. It was about extending myself personally in my career, but then also giving my family the opportunity to experience something as well. What also intrigued me was the Western Force. It excites me when I talk about it. The classic underdog story, and I've come from that sort of space within Tasman, and they're doing some awesome things, and they've got some good people and innovative. They've, Andrew Forrest backing them, and something about the place that really, when I got the opportunity, I just jumped at it. For Rugby Australia, it's a crucial piece of the puzzle. Western Australia, there are a lot of people here. There's also a lot of talent and a lot of passionate people about the game, and they all want what's best, and that's what's best for rugby. So from an outsider's perspective, looking in, it was the opportunity to build on and enhance that and really grow it as well, and continue to push for success because watching them, with their successes within Super Rugby has been awesome in the last couple of months, and I just hope that this COVID situation dies down so that we can get back into all doing what we love. Hard work. It comes down to one thing: hard work, passion for what you do, caring deeply about players, staff. People ask what the recipe to success is. It's having good people around, in my opinion, and working hard. There's always a quote that I go back to, and Kevin Durant used to say, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And that for me epitomises the type of people that we want in our professional rugby teams, is guys that are willing to work hard but really enjoy it and have fun as well. That's really key for me. If you're not having fun, then it's not worth doing it. Success, and whatever that looks like, is for me personally, that's building a great pathway for local young talent coming through, retaining that talent within Western Australia and building future Wallabies and obviously Force players, but then also attracting talent as well. Connecting with the community is a big part of it, and you can't have one without the other. You can't have professional sport without community rugby at that grassroots level, so really looking forward to achieving like an aligned pathway and opportunities for young players within this region. Really impressed with the willingness and openness and welcoming of everyone. To describe the people that I've met so far and worked with, they're all looking, how do we get better? What's the next best, big thing that's coming out? How do we improve as an organisation and really create that solid pathway? Yeah. Going into my induction on the first day at Tatarang was an unreal experience. I didn't quite grasp how big the organisation was, and having that charitable side of the business with Minderoo and all the touch points that they have throughout Australia and the world is just mind-boggling to a kid from a town of about 40,000 in New Zealand. That's what really excited me about the role as well, is the opportunity to work with Andrew and Nicola and the organisations that they represent. Yeah.